Hi, my name is Chris. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing Leetcode problem 645, set mismatch. Okay, you have a set of integers s, which originally contains all the numbers from 1 to n. Unfortunately, due to some error, one of the numbers in s got duplicated to another number in the set, which results in repetition of one number and loss of another number. You are given an integer array nums representing the data status of the set after the error. Find the number that occurs twice and the number that is missing and return them in the form of an array. Okay, these examples here given make the problem pretty easy to understand, right? So here we have 1, 2, 2, 4. So the number that we're seeing twice is 2, so we output 2 first. And obviously we're missing a 3. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, so that is the second number in the array. Here we have nums 1 and 1. The output first number is 1 because there's 2 1s, and then obviously this should be a 2, so that's a 2, so we return 1, 2. Per usual, these examples don't account for things we're going to see in the hidden test cases, right? So just looking at this looks like a really easy problem, but I found it to be more difficult than I expected as I came across more test cases. One thing that you want to take into an account here is, while these are sorted, right, in ascending order, pretty much you're sorted in ascending order. The test cases are not sorted. The test cases you're not seeing are not sorted. So, let's go ahead and grab this let's take both. So here's our variable, there's our output. And I'm just going to mess with this a little bit and change this to a 4. Let's mess with it even more. So say 1 and 2. So let's say this is our array, right? And this is more in line with what you're going to see in the hidden test cases, right? We have one duplicate number, which is 2. The array is not sorted, but we're still missing a 3. So the output for this array would still be 2, 3. So let's create our function, func. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, actually let's console.log this so we can see what's going on. And then let's go ahead and sort nums in ascending order. Oops, what am I doing? A minus B. And now let's return nums. Cool. So now that's much more, workable. Now we can easily see that we're missing a 3. This is just going to be easier to manipulate. Okay, so what we need to do, we're going to do this in 2 steps. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to find what our duplicate number is. Okay, so I'm going to create a variable, call it duplicate, and we'll just set to 0 for now. And we're going to create an array called uniques, and set it's an empty array for now. So now what we can do is we can loop through our array nums that's sorted, and what we can say is if uniques includes whatever number we're on, duplicate is going to be that number, right? So we reassign duplicates to that number. So in this case, once we get to the second 2, this is going to be 2. So if it includes that, we assign duplicate to whatever number it is. If it doesn't include that, then we push the number into nums. So we're going to say for let I equals 0 if I is less than nums.length I plus plus. And then here we can say, if I'm going to use a ternary operator. So we say if uniques dot includes nums at I, then we assign duplicate to nums at I. Oops. Nums at I. If it doesn't include that, then we push into uniques. Uniques.push num at I. Okay. So now if we return, we create an array. We're going to return duplicate. That's the first thing we want. And for now, we don't have the number we're missing. It looks like I did something wrong here. It says num is not defined. Where did I put num? There it is. This needs to be nums. Cool. So now we see 2 is our duplicate, and then here's our uniques array. Okay, now we need to figure out which number is missing. So, if we think about this array here, right? If we think about our indexes for each of these numbers, the index of 1, whoops, I hate when it does that. The index of 1 is going to be 0, the index of 2 is going to be 1, and then the index of 4 is going to be 2. And so this should be 3, right? So if it was 3, the index is 2. Basically, the number should be whatever the index is plus 1, right? If it's not that, then that's the number that's, if it's not that, the number that it should be is what we're returning, right? So we just go ahead and return the index plus 1, right? Because we want 3. So once we get to 4, it's going to realize that because this is index 2, it's not the index plus 1, which is 3. It's 4, so we return here index plus 1. So we're going to create another for loop. Let I equal 0. And this time we're going to loop through uniques. Oops. If I is less than uniques dot length, we're going to increment. So if uniques at I does not equal I plus 1, we're going to go ahead and return an array of duplicate and I plus 1. And there you go, 2 and 3, that's what we want. Now we don't even need this return statement. All right, so let's take all of this. Now I already know that there is a test case where this is going to fail, but I want to just submit it anyways so you can see what we're missing. Format our code. Let's run the tests. And we already failed. that, I guess I'm looking. Let me just check my code again. I didn't expect it to fail there though. So why is that? Oh, I know why I failed there, but let's go ahead and submit it because this will help too. Okay, so it's passing pretty much all of them except for 5. So these are the edge cases, right? And this isn't a great example, but let's go ahead and grab this, move back to the code pen, and we'll try to figure out what the problem is. Right. And this should be 1 and 2. It has to do with it being the last number. Let me think about this for a second. So we get to here and it says if unique set I does not equal I plus 1. Because what we need to do is console.log uniques, and we're just going to see 1, right? So that's never the case, right? Because we just have this 1, and so you're just going to look at the 1 number, and it's not going to hit that. So we're not returning anything. So what we need to do is have a default return, because it's that last number. So we're going to return duplicate and nums.length. And there we go. So we just need this default return statement, and this will take care of all the following, those last 5 test cases. Let's go ahead and submit this. Fantastic, and that passes. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please like it. It helps my channel grow. And if you'd like to see more like these, please like and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you again real soon. Thanks for watching.